That was Jerry Maracas with Shoot Me in the Face, My Baby's Gone to Reno. It's just coming up to 3 of the a.m. and this is Mikey Highway here on Mikey Highway's Street Lamps and Bad Decisions Hour on WAPB Desert Road Radio. Pop another wakey pill and keep your eyes on that horizon, Pilgrim, 'cause it's Crowley time.
Hello, and welcome to Crowley Time with me, Tom Crowley. With me, Tom Crowley. A new year. New beginnings, new promises, new opportunities. Lots of people take this moment to make resolutions, pledges to themselves that they will improve their lives in some fashion or other. Of course, the perceived wisdom is that these resolutions are hubristic and doomed to fail, and merely stand as an icon to a person's attempts to approach the coming year with some sense of positivity and aspiration. But of course, not many people know what happens to New Year's resolutions which aren't fulfilled. You might be fooled into thinking that the only consequence is your own disappointment at your weakness of will, but that isn't true. You see, when you make a New Year's resolution, it is born in a nearby swamp as a small bubble of scum water which takes flight and hovers in a sunbeam, bobbing and weaving around with optimism as fragile as the morning dew. If your resolution is successfully fulfilled, it rises up and up, high into the sky until it dissolves into the upper atmosphere and takes its place in the heavens. But if your resolve starts to weaken and you break your promises, it dips and sinks down toward the swamp of its origin, heading towards the swamp's only inhabitant, the promise toad. This stoic solitary creature sits solemnly on a lily pad, surveying the various resolution bubbles as they flit about in the breeze above him. And at the moment that you decide to abandon your resolution completely, your little bubble finds its way into the promised toad's eye and pops on his cornea, stinging him. It's only a slight irritation, but as the year marches on and more bubbles pop on the promised toad's poor little eyeball, he becomes angrier and angrier. And at some point every year it all becomes too much, and one of those little bubbles is one bubble too many, and it pushes the promised toad over the edge. The promised toad knows who made that last bubble, and he seeks that person out to exact his revenge, before returning to his lily pad on the pond in the swamp to wait for next New Year. That's why I don't make New Year's resolutions. But what I have made is another episode of this sketch comedy cavalcade. I trust you'll enjoy it, lest the promised toad interpret it as a failed resolution and come for me in the night.
The truth behind the story. The facts behind the truth. No other podcast digs deeper into the news than Eye on Events. I'm Mervyn Brannigan, veteran broadcaster, and I'm asking you to subscribe to Eye on Events today. How is that?
That was great, Mervyn. Really nice. You worked in that extra gravitas we talked about.
Yes, thank you.
Stressed the word "you" for the call to action. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, there's just one thing.
What is it?
Has a script change come through? Did the network send through a new draft, or...?
Well, no.
So can we try one more, just as written, as I've got it here?
We did discuss the copy in quite some detail.
Yes, Mervyn, and I hear you, I'm hearing you. It's just that this is the copy that was approved by the network.
Yes, but for this program...
There's a whole marketing department, they've done a lot of research.
Yes, I appreciate that.
And they tell us this is the trail that's going to net us the most listeners.
Yes, but...
We can discuss it later, maybe we keep it in, maybe it gets snipped, but just for now, just so we've got the complete take.
Well... fine.
Okay, rolling.
The truth behind the story. The facts behind the truth. No other podcast digs deeper into the news than Eye on Events. I'm Mervyn Brannigan, veteran broadcaster. I'm horny, and I'm asking you to subscribe to Eye on Events today. There.
Not really selling the horniness there, Merv.
This is infantile. What is the benefit?
It's been proven time and again, people want podcast hosts who feel like they're friends.
They're sexually aroused friends.
Yes, ideally.
James.
Jamie, please.
Jamie, our first episode is an in-depth examination of the experiences of child refugees. I'm just not sure this sort of tone is appropriate.
Mervyn, with all due respect, you're not on Radio 4 anymore.
We can say that again.
Pardon me?
Jamie, I'm a 63-year-old journalist. People don't want to hear about my sexual proclivities.
Now you're starting to sound a bit prudish, to be honest, Merv.
What?
That sort of attitude isn't really smiled upon these days, Mervyn. Everyone's entitled to a sexual identity.
Yes, of course they are. I'm not...
Sex and sexuality, they're not just for supermodels and perfume ads anymore. You don't want to risk excluding people.
But surely...
It just reads a bit like you're saying that people like you should be ashamed to talk about sex and being horny.
But I am people like me. I'm me.
Anyway, more to the point, if you don't read the copy we've approved, there's no way we're getting the mattress sponsorship.
All right, fine.
Attaboy. Rolling.
The truth behind the story. The facts behind the truth. No other podcast digs deeper into the news than Eye on Events. I'm Mervyn Brannigan, veteran broadcaster. I'm horny, and I'm asking you to subscribe to Eye on Events today. There, happy?
Lovely stuff. Very well done. Thanks, Mervyn. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to the next paragraph.
Okay.
Rolling.
Yo fam, it's your bitch Mervyn Brannigan. I'm a thirsty mess who loves arse play and... Right, that's it, I'm off.
Something wrong, Mervyn? That was perfect so far. Mervyn? Merv? Alright, get on to John Simpson's people.
Poor Mervyn. Still, I myself am a consummate professional, and if there are any mattress or internet service provider people listening, I'm prepared to say that I'm anything you like on this show. Let's check the messages and see if any offers have come in.
Hello, this is Crowley Time with me, Tom Crowley with me, Tom Crowley. We can't take your call at the moment. Please leave your message after the tone. Hi, Tom. It's Amanda here from Sleepy Soft Mattresses. Thank you so much for your inquiry. To respond to your question, we do give away some free mattresses, but typically only to homeless shelters, so sorry about that. Anyway, have a sleepy soft day.
Ah, pity. Oh well, let's see what's on telly.
Release me at once, you monstrous creatures.
You will tell us what we want to know, or you will die, Doctor.
Never. I do not even possess the information you seek.
Lies. You are a traveler in time and space. You can see all possible futures, even your own. You know everything we need. Answer? Answer?
Never!
Tell us, Doctor. We must know what your future holds, what you will do, what your strategies will be, how you will seek to destroy the Daleks. Perhaps the time has come to deploy the Truth Ray.
Oh, no, not that.
Agreed. Deploy Dalek Truth Ray.
Oh.
Now, tell us, Doctor, what is in your future?
Well, in a few years, I will change. My face will change, my voice.
Yes, Doctor, yes. Continue.
We will face each other again, you monsters, many times over, and I shall always triumph.
Lies? Lies? Speak, Doctor. What next?
Then, for a period of about 20 years, I'll transform into a series of men with various distinguishing physical and verbal eccentricities, while the creatures and locations around me begin to look increasingly cheap to manufacture.
Right.
Then, after a while, once I have accrued a silly umbrella with a question mark on it, I'll stop having adventures because I've become so profoundly unpopular, my escapades have become difficult to understand, and the people in charge have taken an intense disliking to me.
Oh dear.
Then, I'll be resurrected by some Americans in a well-intentioned but profoundly flawed venture, which will ultimately be viewed as a missed opportunity.
Oh no.
No, wait, then it gets good for a bit. Not too long after that, I'll return stronger than ever in a new form, as another several white men with endearing physical and verbal tics, only on average much sexier.
I like the sound of that. No, you don't. Speak more, Doctor. What of the Daleks?
Well, by that point, your race and mine will have been involved in an intergalactic war which has wiped out both of our people.
So, this is the plan of the Doctor? The Time Lords will...
No, wait, I'm not finished. After that war, both your people and mine will be resurrected and destroyed several times, and just when you think a new status quo has been established, the reset button will be hit and will either be brought back or destroyed all over again.
I do not understand.
It's not so bad if you don't think about it too hard.
What else? What else?
Well, after my return has been well and truly cemented, eventually I'll become a woman.
That sounds exciting.
Yes, I was rather looking forward to it. But despite my adventures becoming more and more expensive, they suddenly seem to become dull and difficult to understand again, and I start to express odd beliefs like Percy Shelley's life is more precious than other people's because he's famous, and unions are bad, and gun violence is evil, but forcing a species to commit self-genocide via cannibalism is fine.
I am confused.
You're not the only one, darling. It's around this point that I find out that I've actually had hundreds of past lives, and I spent them killing people for the Time Lord CIA.
Eh?
And before that, I was the sole origin of my entire species, rather undermining the core of my character as a lone rogue who took against my people's ways and fled to do good around the universe, and turning me into a sort of brainwashed absentee messiah, rendering all of my past adventures comparatively meaningless.
This is gibberish.
You're telling me.
Silence. You seek to distract us, Doctor. Tell us, how does it end? How can the Doctor be destroyed forever?
Well, someday, God forbid. No, not that. I don't even dare think about it.
Employ the truth ray again.
Oh.
Tell us, Doctor, how can you be stopped?
If my fortunes deteriorate, if my popularity wanes, if those in charge turn against me once more, I could be...
Yes?
I could be taken off air by the BBC again.
Excellent. Set course for Media City.
But no. My name brings joy to millions. Those who love me will never let me die. Not forever.
Take him away.
I shall come back. I shall always come back.
What if he is right, Supreme One? What if the followers of the Doctor are able to resurrect him again and again, forever? Do not concern yourself. Nobody hates the Doctor more than his fans.
I love classic television. Except the bits they can't show anymore for various reasons. Anyway, let's see if anyone's called.
A cloud of angry wasps. Can you believe it?
Oh, I suppose that was it. Oh well, never mind. Let's have a look at some telly that's a bit more recent. From this morning, no less.
And we're back. Welcome back to AM in the Morning. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Andy. Just before the break, we saw some of the highlights of Mandy's trip to Bellinghurst Women's Prison. And I have to say, Mandy, the tapestry those girls were weaving really did look fabulous.
Yes, even more so in person.
Any idea when they're planning to have it finished?
Well, Andy, of course it depends partly on whether any more appeals come up and on whether they are allowed to have a photograph of Orson Welles for reference. But if they stay on track, the tapestry could be ready for unveiling at Lord's Cricket Ground for the start of the new season.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But the hands on the clock say it's 6:32 a.m. this dark winter's morn, which means it's time to welcome our resident AM in the Morning chef, Marco Diponi. Marco. Morning, Mandy.
Morning, Marco. Well.
Morning, Andy. Marco. Oh, gosh, you're full of beans this morning. That was nice. What's going on?
Well, it's your cooking segment, Marco. Every day you give us exciting new breakfast ideas for the viewers.
Oh, it's the breakfast?
That's the one.
Magnifico. Right, we're gonna do this. Here, Andy, will you take this bag?
Certainly, just a loose plastic bag. Oh, it's moving.
What's in that bag, Marco?
Crabs.
Crabs.
See, 6 or 5 crabs.
Are they part of your recipe today?
No, I just come from the aquarium.
These crabs look angry.
Oh, they would be.
I'll just put them over here.
Okay, today's football results.
Recipe.
That's it, recipe. Today's recipe.
1 second, it's here somewhere. It's a haircut receipt. That's the angry letter from my milkman. Anytime you like. Here it is. Eggs, flour, sardines, fluffy towels, handgun. No, that's my shopping list. Hang on a second.
Meanwhile, Andy, why don't you tell us some of your favourite breakfast dishes?
Great idea, Mandy. Well, at heart, I'm a simple sort of breakfast man. Well, what are you doing? I think it's called desperately filling time, Marco. No, this is not what you do. This is me. I am the cooking.
Well, as soon as you'd like to start, Marco, we'd be delighted to see some.
You know, Mandy, you are a beautiful woman, but you are sarcastic. And my nonna, she always say, sarcasm flattens the tits.
Very good.
Okay, you know. Can I smoke in here?
No.
So, what dish have you got for us today, Marco? Oh, shut up. I remember. It's a marinated veal piccata with a beautiful parsley garnish and a butter sauce.
That sounds delicious, Marco. But isn't that a bit rich for breakfast?
No, it's ridiculous. In Italy, for breakfast, you would eat this maybe 6 or 7 or 8 times a week. And if you wanted something a little lighter with a fresh style, then for your breakfast, you maybe have a fist of grass or spaghetti bolognese.
Wonderful. I just have one question for you, Marco.
Si.
Have you been drinking this morning?
A couple of Baileys in the car.
Thank you. Just checking.
And last night I have a few, how you say in English, crack.
So what's the secret to your veal piccata, Marco?
I'm glad you asked. The most important thing is that you have very fresh ingredients. Come on. Come along, breakfast. Mandy, can you pass me that knife and take off your top off?
I don't know.
No, Marco, I'm sorry. You can't kill a lamb live on television at 6:30 in the morning. Why not?
Well, we haven't put any paper down for a start.
This is why the ratings are so down, you know?
You don't need to talk about that, Marco.
On Italian television, we slaughter animals all the time.
Right.
And that is why Italian television, it is #1 ratings in UK all year round.
I'm not sure that's true, Marco.
Oh, fine. Go on, get lost. Trot off. Come on, get lost. Now, over here...
Marco, what is that? What are you doing now?
Now, this is just a little something I'm working on lately. It's a little watercolor.
Oh, you've been painting?
Yes, that's right. But I use my own special Italian method for the watercolors. I use marinara sauce.
What's that a picture of? An orangutan?
No, it's my nonna.
Oh, sorry, it must have been the orangey sauce colour that threw me off. And the ape face.
This is very disrespectful of my nonna, and I am very upset.
Well, I'm sorry, Marco.
If it happens again, I'm gonna pull all of the buttons off your shirt and stick them on a lemon and see how you like that.
Well, I wouldn't like that very much, Marco.
That's right, you would not like to have a buttony lemon. That would not be a very nice present for your birthday, would it?
My birthday's in May, Marco.
Ah, Capricorn.
No.
Close enough. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, this is how you make a really beautiful kitchen chair.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for your segment, Marco, but do you have any final cooking tips for the viewers?
See, I got one final bit of advice. This is from the heart.
Good, great.
When you cook spaghetti, don't throw away all the water when it has boiled. Save a little back and put it back in the pot for flavor.
Oh, lovely. That was very helpful, Marco. Thank you.
Oh, I just remembered something else.
What?
This is a hostage situation. I robbed a little bank last night. Mandy, can you pass me that knife and take off your top off, please?
Excellent. Well, I'm just hearing in my ear that after the break we'll be joined by Detective Inspector Khan from the Metropolitan Police's Hostage and Crisis Negotiation Unit. So, stay tuned.
Come and get me, pigs. I'm not afraid to die.
It's so early in the morning. We'll be back soon.
Come and get some of it, officers. I love it.
Those TV chefs, eh? Absolute liabilities. Right, one last check on the old answer machine.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry New Year, Tom! Just to let you know, I'll be popping by later on, so don't think any naughty thoughts before then, or you'll be in trouble. Ho, ho!
Oh God. Oh bollocks. Oh God. Sorry listeners, but I might be able to get away in time if I make a start now. See you next time.
I'm back! Hello there, Tom!
Ah, Mr. Christmas. So lovely to see you. I was just checking to see if these running shoes still fit. This is so unexpected. You're not here to hurt me, are you? No, Tom. I was just about to head off on my annual 11-month holiday and thought I'd drop by. Listeners, of course, most of you will know Mr. Christmas already. Yes! Of course, this is the first time I've appeared in an episode with a number on it. Usually I just pop in to deliver my annual Christmas message, but naturally the listeners have all heard those as well. Of course. There's no chance any of them would assume that the Christmas episodes are just half-formed filler designed to mark the occasion. Nobody would think that. Of course not. Everybody will have listened to all of the Christmas episodes despite their diminished run time, no matter what time of year they happen to come across them. So they'll already be well aware that I am the jolly old elf who swims up through your toilet every Christmas Eve to leave presents and citrus fruits for all the good girls and boys and vicious hate mail for the bad ones. Of course. So, how was this Christmas in the end, Mr. Christmas? It must have all been a bit strange, what with the Rona. Oh, yes, Tom. It did all feel a bit clinical, what with my 3 face masks, face shield, plastic gloves, all-over rubber body stocking, buttered rear and constant hand sanitizer use. And of course, I was having to move so quickly, I was just chucking the used face masks and gloves over the side of the sleigh as I went. And I've subsequently been told that I'm personally responsible for the deaths of 7 different species of ocean fauna. Ho ho! Gosh, that certainly does sound challenging. Oh yes, but it still wasn't my worst Christmas ever, you know. Not by a long way. Oh no? No! That award still goes to Christmas 1998.
Mr. Christmas, come in.
Reading you loud and clear, Commander Dingle. I'm just at the U-bend, about to enter the hot zone. I hope nobody gets caught short in the night.
Remember, Christmas, this is an infiltration mission. Don't let anybody see you, and for the love of mince pies, don't get caught. You've still got millions of children to delight tonight.
Copy that, Dingle. I've got my greased stealth boots and my emergency gas baubles.
All right, well, go quiet and stick to non-lethal options. No angelic little kid is going to have a Merry Christmas morning if they wake up to find their dad with his head blown off.
Copy that, Dingle. This isn't my first rodeo, you know.
Of course not. That was Bethlehem, 0 AD. All those shepherds' Christmas. The memory of it still haunts me. Especially at night.
Pull yourself together, Dingle. That was a long time ago.
The wise men came at us from the east. Nobody saw them coming, nobody. We were just a bunch of kids. We didn't know what we were doing.
Dingle, snap out of your very compelling PTSD and tell me what I'm looking at here.
Yes, of course. For that, I'll need to connect you to our intel specialist, Holly.
Merry Christmas, Christmas. Tee.
Well, Merry Christmas, young lady. What would you like in your stocking?
Take a guess. Tee.
Oh, my.
God damn it, Christmas, be professional. Holly may be a scantily clad, buxom 18-year-old, but she's still a highly decorated intelligence specialist and war hero.
That's me. Tee.
Well then, Holly, tell me what's waiting for me at the end of this pipe.
It's a 3-bedroom semi-detached house in Sussex. You're infiltrating via the downstairs loo under the stairs. The tree is 1 hallway and 2 meters away.
Dingle, are these good children?
The best. The 6-year-old saved someone's dog from drowning this year. We're rolling out the red carpet on this one. Remote control car, PlayStation.
Then I'd better be on my best behavior. Ho ho! Holly, anything else I need to watch out for?
Not much, but if the kids sneak downstairs to steal biscuits from the kitchen, you'll be right in the line of fire.
Thank you, Holly. Have you been a good little girl this year?
Certainly not. Tee.
God damn it, Christmas, it's go time.
Copy that. I'm in.
Then get those presents under that tree and watch your 6.
Then watch my 6. Tee.
Tree spotted. Deploying presents. Milk and cookies acquired.
Good work. But Christmas, what about the stockings?
They don't seem to have any. I didn't see any listed in the mission profile.
Oh, they've got him, Christmas. Keep looking.
I'm outstaying my welcome here, Dingle.
Commander Dingle, there's no...
Shut up, Holly. Christmas, find those stockings or it won't be a very Merry Christmas, will it?
I'm telling you, Dingle, there isn't even a mantelpiece.
Hello? Is someone down there?
It's the father. He's awake, taking evasive action behind the sofa. What the hell is going on, Dingle?
A weak bladder. He always gets up at this time of night.
What? You mean... You sold me out. Who are you working for? Krampus?
The Korean Regiment and Military Protocol usurping Santa? Oh, yes.
Commander Dingle, what's going on? How could you do this? Tee.
Shut up, Holly. You have no idea what I've been through. You weren't there. You weren't there in Bethlehem.
You bastard.
Oh my God, how did you get in?
Mission compromised.
Hey!
Mr. Christmas, are you okay? What's happening?
It's all right. I just choked out the father and put him in the cupboard. He'll feel pretty weird in the morning, but he'll probably put it down to the eggnog.
Damn you, Christmas. You're a slippery one.
You have no idea how slippery I can get.
I'd like to find...
Not now, Holly. Mark my words, Dingle. As soon as I exfil out of here, I'm coming for you.
But how are you going to exfil with no sleigh?
What are you saying?
Didn't you notice Rudolph's nose shining just a little brighter tonight, Christmas? And also beeping a lot?
Well, I suppose it... Wait. No! No! Dasher! Splasher! Wengway! Dingle, you son of a bitch!
Good luck out there, old friend. Maybe I'll see you next Christmas.
Dingle? Dingle? Dingle!
My goodness, Mr. Christmas, what a thrilling story! What happened to the reindeer? Were they okay?
Oh, yes. Fortunately, Dingle wasn't very good with explosives, and they all escaped with minor burns. But the memory will be with them forever.
Ho, ho, ho! Right. Well, it really was a brilliant anecdote, Mr. Christmas.
Thank you.
Just the sort of thing that would have been really brilliant to feature in last month's Christmas episode.
Are you questioning me?
No, I was just saying.
How dare you! You have the gall to question my ability to discern when an anecdote is appropriate, you insolent little whelp! Well, my whipping arm is tired, and anyway, I've got to run. I've got drinks with the Promise Toad in the Resolution Swamp at 8 p.m, and I've got to freshen up. Bye-bye, boys and girls. See you in 11 months.
Oh, it's his words that really sting. And the whip. Anyway, thanks all of you for joining me. I hope your 2021 continues well, and that the Promise Toad leaves you unmolested as you strive for a better, more thoughtful and more generous new year. In fact, if you're feeling particularly generous, why not start by helping me out? If you'd like to support me in making this show, the best way you can help is by telling some friends about it. Do a tweet, send a message to someone you think might like it, write it on a t-shirt and go stand in the park for a while if you want. I'm not your mum. But you could also review this podcast on whatever you're using to listen to it right now, or send me delicious money by going to patreon.com/CrowleyTime and becoming a supporter of this program. If you do that, you'll get access to this episode's bonus material, as well as all the past bonuses that have accumulated so far. And you'll also be a wonderful person who is kind enough to help out a very silly man who was recently attacked by a large bearded holiday elf. So think about it, yeah? The next episode will be released when a delivery driver says, "Enjoy your food," and I don't reply, "Thanks, you too." So make sure to subscribe, so you'll be alerted at the precise moment that happens. Everything you've just heard was made by me, Tom Crowley. Please submit all praise, questions, or complaints to @ATomCrowley on Twitter. To help me buy some Savlon in anticipation of Mr. Christmas's next visit, go to patreon.com/CrowleyTime and become a supporter today. And remember, a house divided against itself is probably a sitcom house whose inhabitants have had a row and drawn a big line down the middle. Hello? Oh no.
Next on the docket is the case of one Marco Dipone, accused of disrupting a television broadcast and attempting to kiss a police negotiator. Mr. Dipone, how do you plead?
Mr. Your Honor, if I'm guilty of anything, it is of loving life, of trying to spread the joy of fine cuisine, and of shooting a priest with an air rifle when I was 9.
Mr. Dipone, may I ask what it is you are doing?
I'm just whisking up these eggs for making a nice Spanish omelette, Mr. Your Honor. Could you pass me a spatula and take off your top off, please?
Bailiff, take this man away. Right, come on, you.
Next week, I'm gonna show you my top tips for spicing up your ragu and whittling a shiv out of an ordinary wooden spoon, so don't miss it, please.